Nara. So I imagine that Gio and Andal should have a pretty good time in lane. But T1's composition is looking really nicely well-rounded. A little bit more of a focus on the jungle and where Willer is going, and that worked out here as Magical Journey is taken. What is that? Flash was crazy, as Paze will be taken down for first blood, but Andal will be traded for immediately. Both of the supports picking up some kills, but it's Gio that's allowed to stick around in lane. So theoretically, it is actually a win for DRX.
I love the late.
All right, Emperor's Divide is going to throw Yukal back. There's the fear out from Ona, but it looks like Yukal is just fine. Still, Paze not actually able to click onto the lantern, does get it as the ward disappears, but still is going to be in a lot of trouble. And he'll trying to throw out these auto attacks as Willer almost just dead to Keria the flash to pick up the kill on the enemy jungle. But it does mean that Gio is able to get some damage down. Man, that ramped up tower doing so much work, and T1 just outplay them.
Super calculated. This is my favorite part about this is the jungle diff, right? Like the Nocturne tries to do something mid, they don't even get a flash, and then down here Xin Zhao's like, I'm getting everything. End up getting that stun onto Aphelios here. Kite's back though, has the gravitum, and then Keria ignites, flashes for the auto, grabs the kill, ignite value.
Beautifully done. Gets level up as well, make sure that he is definitely not dying.
He is, okay, Keria is crazy.
Yeah, Willer is making his way in though, and Keria could be in a fair bit of trouble here. Doesn't have flash, and so that lantern, not something you really want to be taking here. 3 Talon Strike does come on through, and Keria is likely to be very dead. Yukal can speed up Willer here, and the hook is not going to be enough. So Yukal even collecting a kill, and that is a bunch of money over to the mid laner of DRX now, spreading the wealth.
For T1 as we reset the gold to even. And I think Faker once again.
Yeah, he's just going to be able to find Yukal. This time he'll flash, but that spell shield was so good to avoid the shockwave for Ona. And that is just a very dead Orianna as T1 back in the lead once again.
The OG shuffler.
He is.
And so Yukal's caught a little bit there. If he flashes the ultimate, very survivable, but does not. And flashes anyways and dies, so good spell shield from Ona, who does not have flash. In fact, everyone except Keria for T1 still holding those.
Oh, Ona moving down here towards this dragon. Doesn't have the paranoia, but it's coming up pretty soon. Emperor's Divide as well on its way, as Paze will be able to take a lantern over towards Keria. T1 now looking to close in, 4v4 around this Drake. Let's see whether Ona can get in and try and steal this one away. Looks like Willer is committed. He is going to be able to take it there. As now Ona with another decent spell shield. It's Faker! Will find 2 with the Emperor's Divide and now turns his attention to Andal as Gio is still free hitting. A lot of damage now onto Ona and to Paze, who are split up from the rest of the team. The dash from Gio was so sexy, but it's Paze that takes him down. Willer needs one more auto. He'll get it and takes down Ona as well. It's a double as Yukal's in the back of the pit. Keria with the flay to try and take it down, and somehow it's a triple kill for this Xin Zhao.
Crisp. Exactly, that's what I was going to say, is if he plays this well, it looks very scary. As Andal is not going to...
Yeah, Ona is down here as well. There's a Tempered Fate just to stop Paze from doing too much damage, and now Willer gets on in there. I don't know about this though, as he does get a little bit scared. That's a lot of damage though. Cosmic Binding as Paze is going to be taken down. It's Andal that gets the kill, but Gio's just not doing enough damage, and Ona picks himself up a double.
Plates, I believe, off of that, so that's something.
Oh dear, Keria Hex Flash in once again. Another hook beautifully set up by that Gravitum as Gio is just dead. That is Paze throwing down that Q with the Severum. The Magical Journey does come on through there, but it's a double kill as Andal's just going to fall down. Willer is now in a lot of trouble as Ona's moving in. I think Willer's dead as well. Dustbringer comes on forward. Ona is going to hunt him down, but it's Paze with the damage. Triple kill for the Aphelios.
Well, you look at the comp and you're like, oh yes, the Thresh protects the Aphelios. It's like the Aphelios protects the Thresh. Like the Keria's going in and Paze is like, oh, you're pretty deep. Let me kill those guys for you. Like, hold on.
I'll take care of it, don't worry.
Oh my god, the play here from Keria is just out of control, and Paze spaces it well, does the boom boom.
And this was what Keria and Guma were known for, was this exact duo now.
Yeah, I mean 2021, 2022.
Yeah. As we're going to have a look at another battle here. T1 not liking the look of it. Tempered Fate does go down though. Great hook going to connect onto Willer as he's pulled back with the play, but Ona is already dead. And now Willer goes in one more time. Great shockwave and a double kill here for Gio. Never mind.
As Faker should be fine here. He's got his ult coming back. Oh, I thought he actually had it, but it's coming back up. He's got flash. Doran going to grab this turret down here at the same time.
It's just the passive going down, so that was the result of that one. Kind of cool.
And nothing
played there by Rich.
This should be a mid turret. They got that extra plate for Geo topside. The gold still significantly in favor of T1 here. But some of these really strong, late game.
Taken here by DRX. As let's see whether Owner can make his way in. There's the paranoia to start this fight off as in goes Doran. Gets into the backline. He just takes matters into his own hands. Down goes Andil already. And there is Yukal falling as well. Doran will be dying because he doesn't have that passive available anymore after that fight towards the bottom side. But still, T1 get control of the Dragon Pit. DRX unable to lock that one down. That should be one Dragon apiece and a one team fight for T1.
Yeah, still getting the kill onto Doran feels like a nice little pick-me-up after what was certainly looking to be a disaster, but T1 will be the big winners here as Geo in danger.
Yep, Faker gonna go forward, but does not quite get far enough to lock down Geo.
And Pace is like, man, I got the grab him on him. Will has already used his ultimate. There's no front line there for him anymore.
Oh dear. Emperor's Divide is going to throw Rich back, and I think Rich is just dead. He is. Doran going to be able to grab some revenge here in his first kill of the game. Meanwhile, could be Owner in a little bit of trouble here, but does manage to click on the lantern. Look at all of those wards. They were invested.
They still will get this turret on the top side, so it's not all for nothing here. And we didn't talk about it just yet. I hadn't really been looking too closely at it, but Rich is just going for the old Triforce build.
Yeah,
not doing the new tech, which we saw, I want to say Bin do.
Poised to get into position. Oh, I've seen this play before. All right.
Thresh isn't here this time, but they have the TP from Doran. Let's see what he can get done.
Yeah, Faker is going to shift some sands. Counter-Strike is going to work out here. Let's see whether Faker... He does have his ulti in about 7 seconds time, and Rich is able to take him down before that does actually come on through. Meanwhile, another fight on the other side as Geo is relatively untouched. Red-White guns from Paze, but he's unable to survive. And now Doran is surrounded. Tempered Fate doing nothing at all as he pulls back Yukal, but he's got an arm guard to break, and it is 3-0 in favor of DRX.
I mean, we've called Faker the Matador for a reason. Like, this guy has pulled people around the map. He's got his side lane cape out, but this one backfires completely on Baron spawn. Yunara is going to be a contest and a TP.
Rich is very, very healthy. Hook is going to connect onto said Rich as the rest of DRX are a little bit split in their decision-making. Faker trying to get in there. Empress Divide, and he sweeps the floor with them. There's the steal we were talking about, and you do not take Baron in the face of T1.
I mean, that was Faker getting caught inside, so it always ends up being a positive for T1, right? He never dies without a reason. Perhaps this reason came a little bit later than DRX anticipated because he dies to TP back in to stop the greedy Baron. He joined his teammates to use the magical journey to make sure even with low health bars they get out. As Paze clocks on again.
Oh dear. Not going to be able to click that lantern this time around as Ando, great sidestep on the hook as well as the Tempered Fate holds Keria in position. But now Ona diving on forward. Doran gets there as well. The stun does come on through and Keria still going in. It is going to be Ona going down though, and now they're just hiding. Geo able to take down Keria in the end, and now Yukal comes on over. Faker goes golden just to see the lay of the land, and he does not like the look of it as the Sand Soldiers hit the air and Doran hits the ground. It's an ace for DRX this time. You've heard of the double down, Wolf. What about the triple down?
All right, well, this is a bit outdated now, but we watched Faker save the game moments before, which is why it was really cool. We're like, wow, yeah, they got Baron. This is going to be insane. All right, Owner gets the secure. But then...
I kind of want to know what happens here.
Distances means they have a little leeway here, a little bit of play around this one. Yukal is zoning as if he has ult, but he certainly does not.
Well, Rich on an angle here as Ando can also try and make his way in. We'll see whether the Tempered Fate is not actually available as Doran dives on forward. Geo gets himself out of the way, though. It's a lot of damage towards Doran, who doesn't really have too much backup. Meanwhile, there's another fight on the other side, and the hook is going to connect onto Willa. Down he will go, and the Zion is put into the passive, and so he's not even killed, and T1 just say thanks for the leash.
Yeah, this was, I think, for DRX a step too far. Joker may have used all his coach comms before this one because I think the call definitely should have been to play around vision and to force T1 into you and grab another Baron. It looks like they're going to grab their second Dragon off the game.
Man, this game is still very, very close, but with the Baron now available for the next 2 minutes on T1.
Yeah, this is a really I mean, okay, this is a crazy journey.
That is a magical journey as they're into the blender. Down goes Andil, immediately punished for that one as the paranoia comes on through. Willa trying to keep himself alive there as Rich just goes golden and then goes dead. Now Faker finds the Emperor's Divide. Yukal's going to flash it, but Jiu, he's still going to take so much damage. Doran uses the ulti to gap close. That was cute, as it's a triple for Pays. And there is the end of the game.
This team, this DRX team, looks like they got so much potential this year, but once again get outclassed by one of our best teams here in the LCK in T1. T1 made a few mistakes, a little bit bullish on some of their plays there towards the latter half of the mid game, but ultimately still do make the right calls, disengage from that Baron, get the reset, and look at the timing on the respawn, looking for Andil.
Making sure they take him down one more time. Keria says, that's my skin. And it is. Andil's he's just representing, you know? And it is the best bard skin in the game.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.